I don't see singing birds or full-leaf trees. I see crackheads selling things just to get a hit. I see some drug dealers selling dope thinking it's legit. We smell the weed and cigarettes, we're just adding to the pollution. I see my sisters giving choices, making their lives to prostitution. My fellows show no hesitation to fornicate or masturbation. Their minds are corrupted, it's their lack of concentration, so they forget about getting themselves an education. I've seen a child molester, child abuser, even child neglection. I've seen a person lose their job due to his or her complexion. I done heard the birds and the bees, see triple X pornography, but the Lord has opened my eyes. I feel I owe him an apology. So as I lay up on my block, watching dreams left astray, I realize their eyes are closed. That's why they're living this way. No, as I look back at the struggles that I faced as a kid, I thank the Lord for saving this wrench at the time that he did.
I done seen a lot of pain, people crazed out insane. Young kids are supposed to sniff snow lines, go cocaine. Children getting hurt, they abusing more than one. They selling children into a world of prostitution. It's sad to say, but this world is really the case. Grown men is having sex with kids up to their waist. They like to molest, knowing that there really ain't a reason. The hope of the kids is falling, yo. Something like the seasons. Imagine being born into a world where all you know is sex. Things ain't all good, cause you know what's coming next. AIDS, right like the pharmacy. This pain in New York, it also goes beyond the seas. Some grow up not knowing Christ, just not knowing what's right. It's like they ain't paid a bill, they just don't see the light. Their guards stay down, and so they can't win the fight. And they're forced to go left whenever they try to go right. They get hit for no reason, like they was working with Ike. And if they try to talk back, it's like the mask get tight. Why that pain and strife don't be getting them hype. They just stay silent, like the letter K in the word night. All this over there is happening in Southeast Asia. Maybe shocking to you, something like touching a taser. Swift, this is your life, you can't just let it be. So you can come to the cross and he can set you free.
And then in chapter 15, you'll read that he begins to tell them, look outside in the star. And just as you see the stars, so shall your name be. But here is the crux of faith. I just want you to think about this. God calls him a father when he still did not have a child. God told him what was going to happen, but yet it took a long time to manifest. We are used to dreams, we are used to writing things down, we are used to having goals, but it's one thing to have the goal, but sometimes the waiting process is very frustrating. The waiting process is, it gets you to a place in which you begin to scratch your head and say, God, are you really sure this is going to happen. It's easy for us to read in chapter 12 that he's going to call it, he's going to make it great. And yet it takes 25 years for the dream, vision, desire to manifest. And then notice he tells them now you have to separate yourself from that which you are used to or that which you are comfortable to. One of the cruxes of the 21st century is that because of social media, because of all the stuff that we have today, we get too familiar with our environment. God calls Abram at the strategic junction. He says, I want to do something great in your life. Not because you are great. Not because you are worthy. But because I have strategically called you. God has called you at this time, at this moment, at this set time. Psalm 118 tells us the Lord's favor shall come upon Zion. The set time has come. You got to understand that God's time is not like our time. You know, we calculate it. We look at the time now and we say, okay, we're over time. But when you understand God's time, he steps out of eternal. God lives in the eternal now. We live in past, present, and future, but God lives in the eternal now. If you count 10 seconds, by the time you get to the 10th, you're already in the past. But God lives in the eternal now. When God speaks something, he speaks it into the atmosphere, into the environment, and everything he declares must manifest. Everything God promised over your life, every dream, every idea, every goal, every single thing that you even thought he forgot about, shall come to pass. And God had to get Abram to the place in which he had to believe, even when there was no tangible evidence that it was possible. Do you have the ability to believe God, to blow your mind beyond what you can physically see? He says, I'm going to bless you. I'm going to make your name great. And I'm going to bless those who bless you. And curse those who curse you. The reality is that with every blessing, you will always find people who celebrate you and people who don't. The key is not worrying about those who don't celebrate you. It's to stay focused on the Lord.